Columbus, Georgia 3A, dual state champions. First, congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know all the details, but it sounded like there was a bit of adversity. You got Tyler Wynn got injured in the first match. He's one of your hammers, but you guys just marched on.
I think they took on what I talk to them about all the time about the next man stepping up, and so we had some freshmen step into the lineup after he was hurt, and his dad took him to the hospital. He was able to come back and watch us in the finals, but he wasn't able to wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
But the young ones stepped up for us and got in the lineup and helped us to get a state title.
Yeah, which is fantastic. I mean, so in the opening match, you guys you took on Gordon Lee and I don't want to say it was an easy duel, but your hammers took care of business. You did what you're supposed to do, right?
Yes.
And really it after that match, did the message change? Was there a like, I mean, because now you're getting ready to, you lost one of your leaders. Was there a message to the kids as you guys went to the semifinals match?
I just kind of got them around, and we immediately started looking at the lineup for the people that we brought, and started talking about who we were going to place where, so we could fill that hole, just so we wouldn't have a forfeit at 120.
Well, and to be honest with you, you got some great kids down in that area, with Mason Persons and JT and everything else. But you did need somebody else to step in if Mason was going to bump up to 120. So, you still had to have somebody come in at 113, so you didn't have a hole.
Correct. And Mason was he was willing to, even though it kind of sucked for him to cut weight all this time and get down to 13. He was willing to. He said, "Coach, I got to go up to 120, and we got to put one of the smaller kids at 13."
Yeah.
So
Well,
he's a great teammate.
and really, I think if we were to capture it this weekend, it was a team effort. I mean, it really was everybody stepping up and kind of doing their part to help you guys push through your wins.
Correct.
So against Bremen, you guys, you got up, and then, you gave up 4. But really, once you got to 65, 75, you guys were in control of that duel.
Yes. And like I said, we had people that in the lineup that we needed for that part of the lineup to be strong against Bremen, just because we knew they were going to give up a forfeit at heavyweight. So if we could get through that and get 6 more at heavyweight, then we would be in good contention to win that duel as well.
So you now punch your ticket, and really everything that we've all been talking about is you guys versus Gilmer. And what was the message to the team? What did it change? Was the message still the same before going into that final duel?
No, the message there was we had did what we set to accomplish. Last year we got 3rd. I said, so we're in the finals now. So anything that we do is better than last year. I said, so don't forget about that. It's the state finals. Just go out there and wrestle and have fun, because this is what you came here for. And I said, we got to pick each other up. I said, Tyler can't wrestle. We got to pick each other up and just go out there and have fun and wrestle.
Yeah. Well, and I want to just get I want to get the idea as we head to that final match. Did it start where you wanted it to start? Did you want to end with Mason and JT in that last match? If you were given the choice.
if I was given the choice, that's the way I would want it to end. Um, we we didn't win the toss, so the presentation could have been a little bit uh easier for me. But the way I mapped it out, um, it fell the way I wanted it to, as far as mapping it out on who we wanted to present where and making them play my game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I think that as I looked through the duel, and again, I wasn't there, but I went to Flow and I watched it and everything else. You dropped the first match, and then Ethan Secoy and Adrian Viegas Rydell came through big at 38 and 44.
Right.
I mean, they were so huge. Dylan Hurd had 6 more points, and you guys are now up 12-3. And really, I would think feeling pretty good about where you stand in the duel.
Yes, because that's the way had we had it mapped out. We said that at 32, starting at 32, if we could just get this freshman to go out there and wrestle hard and not give up a lot of points, then we would sit well with him. And if he could sneak in a win, he could sneak in a win. But he stayed off his back, and he wrestled well to be a freshman because the 32 is a freshman.
Yeah, well, and only giving up 3, where you could give up 6. I mean, that's huge. That
Yes,
is a huge deal to be that competitive. Secoy then wins a 3-2 match, and then you guys hit 52. Ambrosia from Gilmer wins. Then you got Gabriel Myers and Jacob again at 65 and 75, giving you more points. And then things like it, I mean, it didn't go it didn't go your way with Tyler Sequay
right.
in that,
And
and
that
I don't know
was
that everybody understands what happened. Go ahead.
right, and that was he was winning the match. He probably was going to get us 6 points, and so that would have been a huge win for us because that kind of puts the match away if he gets those 6.
Right.
Because they were kind of running away from him because I moved everyone up, and so me stealing 65 and 75, and then possibly trying to get 6 more at 190 with Secoy by bumping him up, that would have been huge for us. But it didn't go our way, and the kid from Gilmer gets injured on a questionable illegal move, but
Right.
then Secoy kind of loses his cool and he gets a team point deducted from us. And so now that hurts us because even if we go into the tie criteria, then we're gonna lose because of that being one of the first criteria of misconduct.
Right. Well, and you don't have the other Tyler on the back end
Right.
because he's already out. So now looking forward, you're like, oh man, like I lost 2 kids that I almost certainly expect to give me points. And
Yes.
neither one of them are going to give you points in this duel.
Correct.
So you turn to, I mean, you're going to give up to Jacinto. I think you knew that at 215.
Right.
McGowan comes through huge with a pin at heavyweight. And then they take 6 and 13. And that leaves Mason and JT. Was there any message to the 2 of them as we headed to the end of the duel?
I just went out there and I told Mason, I said, Mason, we need bonus points from you. And I think that's what all the coaches told him. I said, we need bonus points from you. I said, you may not be able to stick this kid, right? Because he's a bigger kid than you now because you're down at 13. I
Right.
said, but I need bonus points. So if you can get me bonus points, I need bonus points. And that's what
And
Mason did for me.
and he did. He did. That was huge. He got a major decision, huge points. And then it really came down to a fantastic match. I mean, really,
Right.
honestly, between JT and Carson Ferris in the final match to determine who was going to win the duel.
And it just goes to um us welcoming JT when he came to us from another school, and him wanting to be a part of our family. And we brought him in and we took him in and we showed him love. And in the end, we needed him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he
No,
came up big for us.
he came up huge. I mean, both, I mean, not that a lot of other kids throughout the lineup didn't come up to huge, but at the very end, Mason and JT, I mean, they came up when the duel was on the line.
And you want that at the end, right? Because he's a senior, and
Right.
you want to send a senior out there, someone who's seasoned, and who knows and can deal with that pressure in the situation, and overcome all the things that we dealt with throughout the entire day, and he got it done.
So if I were to tell you that Tyler Wynn would lose, or you would lose him early in the day, and Sequoia wouldn't give you any points in the final, are you telling me that you guys are going to take that win?
I'm gonna say that I would have been worried about it, but like I said, even before we went over there that morning, I probably had a restless night because wrestling was going through my head and scenarios were going through my head
Hmm.
about who I was going to face. What if I face these people? Going through the thing, and even before we wrestled Gilmer, trying to figure out where we were going to start at what weight class because of us taking the consolation round off for where they were going to start, and me writing the an O or an E on the weighing sheet because
Hmm.
that I seen people do that, and that's the way I keep up with it. I'm kind of old school that way. I just write it out on the weighing sheet, odd or even, and trying to figure out where I'm going to put people. And we just went to work as coaches to figure out what was going to be the best lineup, who we were going to send at each weight class, and um, we managed to get it done.
Yeah, no, you did, and I mean, overcame some challenges along the way, but in the end, got the win, which is absolutely fantastic. So the last question I have for you is: everything's finished. You can exhale. You can feel better. I mean, you guys hoist the trophy. You take the win. When nobody else is paying attention, what did you say to the kids?
I just told them that how extremely proud I was of them and what they accomplished, and that um, even though things um, were look bleak, that they were able to come together as a team and get it done. And so that's why I was mostly proud of that they stuck together as a team and they picked each other up.
Yeah, fantastic, Coach. I again, I just want to congratulate you guys on the win, and good luck over the next couple weeks as you guys get ready for the individual state tournament, the traditional state tournament, and yeah, I'll see you in Macon.
Thank you.